No, we are not testing the same old Apache RR 310 that we all know, because this is actually new. Well, do you remember how the 2017 model had a matte color finish? And then how the 2019 model had got the gloss finish? Well, the 2020 model has both gloss and matte finish in this new color option. Anyway, say hello to the 2020 TVS Apache RR 310. First thing first, this looks great. The classic red color option is there too, and I'm glad that it still exists, because look at it. The TVS Apache RR 310 is one hell of a pretty looking machine. So much so that TVS has kept the looks identical. For those with a keen eye though, you can spot the 2020 model by the screws in the wind deflector, which now allow you to take it out and clean it properly. But the easier way to spot the new RR 310 would be to take a look at the instrument cluster. It is now a 5-inch TFT color display that not only looks great, but is a lot easier to read as well. And this brings us to perhaps the biggest change that the bike has got.
Well, now that you know what's new with the 2020 version of the RR 310, it is all of those things combined with the changes that have been made under the skin that make it a different motorcycle to ride than ever before.
The 2020 RR 310 gets a ride-by-wire system that has allowed TVS to tune in 4 riding modes: track, sport, urban and rain. These modes can be set through the handlebar mounted controls, and they change the power available from the engine, the throttle sensitivity and the level of ABS intrusion to suit the self-descriptive riding modes. But speaking of power, despite being BS6 emission norm compliant, the engine actually makes the same amount of power and torque than before, which means you get 34 PS of power and 27.3 Newton meters of torque. However, in the urban and rain mode, these figures go down to 25.8 PS of power and 25 Newton meters of torque. But all of this is what the motorcycle is like on paper. Where this Apache really shines though is when it comes to life. Right from the moment that you start the motorcycle, you can feel that there is something different. The engine feels like it breathes a lot better, and as a result, it sounds a lot calmer too. What's really impressive is how the updated RR has dealt with the vibrations, as there is still some of it that can be felt through the seat, but now you can live with it, as you tend to overlook it after a bit of time on the saddle. TVS have also worked on several tidbits inside the fairing to reduce vibrations, and it shows. But hands down, the biggest improvement has been in the handling department, and that's mainly due to the new Michelin Road 5 tires that TVS is offering with this 2020 model. And like I said, when you combine all of this, the RR 310 rides unlike ever before. It now feels a lot calmer even when you strangle its neck while being greedy for more power. Being more refined than ever before and having a fantastic set of rubber on it, this TVS turns in way more eagerly than it used to. And once leaned over, you get a lot more feedback coming from the tires, and you have more than ample grip even when you're carrying high leans, which in turn gives the confidence to the rider to push harder and harder. And that's when the chassis and suspension setup come into the picture, as they make the motorcycle feel compliant and planted. It now, overall, feels better to ride as a whole. It turns better, it stops better, as your braking distance has gone down due to the new tires, and it pulls out of the corner harder than before as well. Not only is the 2020 RR 310 faster, but it is also more forgiving, and that is what is the best part about this machine. That makes it a great recommendation for those who like a spirited riding experience.
So I spent the day riding the updated RR 310, and in order to understand what this brings to the table, we also need to consider the older RR 310. Up until now, this was a brilliant motorcycle to tour on, and it continues to be so even now, especially with the new updated features that it gets. However, the biggest improvement have been in the performance department, as this is a lot more capable and also a lot more friendlier than before. So without a doubt, this is a lot more better package than what it used to be up until now.
The thing is, the update is not quantifiable, as the update is about the much lovely feeling that this motorcycle invokes. It makes you want to take it out for long rides, it eggs you on to go faster on a racetrack, it simply makes you want to ride it more and make you think about it when you are not. And that in my books is a big win.